One. Let's get right into it. The dictators reshaping West Africa. Interesting documentary by Sky News. If you want to watch uninterrupted, no opinions, no reactions, you can head to Sky News. The show is called Explained, and you will get it on the dictators reshaping West Africa. Let's get right into it.
This is what a military takeover looks like. The government was toppled and an army general installed as leader. But Niger is not alone. A string of West African countries have had their presidents forcibly removed.
So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4 in West Africa. 2 in 2021, 1 in 2022,
takeovers and
the other in
replaced by
2020.
military rulers. Now those rulers want to reshape West Africa. It could have huge consequences for the world. Here's how. To get how these military leaders are changing the region, we need to know what ECOWAS is. This is an alliance of West African countries somewhat similar to the European Union, which allows people and goods to move freely.
Let's talk about ECOWAS here. So the economic, I need to remember this. The economic, something, okay, so something economic and cooperative of West African states. I didn't get that right. Benin Republic, Burkina Faso, that's Cabo Verde. Is that not Cape Verde? Ivory Coast, the class Cote d'Ivoire, Gambia, Ghana, Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, Liberia, Mali, Niger, Nigeria, Senegal, Sierra Leone, and
its main aim is
Togo.
to make its member states self-sufficient. Most of them are former French, British, and Portuguese colonies. The group has been around since 1975, and so it's a big part of politics in the region. But now it's facing a crisis. After the coup in Niger, ECOWAS gave the military junta a deadline. You have a week to reinstate the president or prepare to be punished. But the deadline passed and the mutineers didn't back down.
Vive le peuple nigérien digne et souverain. Vive le Niger indépendant. Je vous remercie.
Sanctions, suspensions, and military threats meant nothing to them. Instead, Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso ditched the group entirely and set up their own, the Alliance of Sahel States. The three breakaway nations have accused ECOWAS of serving the interests of foreign powers.
So it's a political statement, but we'll see how it develops over time when hard economic realities start to bite.
This new alliance has said they'll pool their resources in areas such as energy, investment, and security. And as for ECOWAS, its credibility has been damaged after it failed to convince the three states to stay.
It doesn't speak a language that people understand. It's in a bubble.
ECOWAS is moderating its position in terms of how it handles juntas. So ECOWAS is afraid of further fragmentation.
This is the French embassy in Niger being attacked right after the military coup. And these are some more images taken at a pro-coup rally. What do you notice? These Russian flags and placards like this. The same was seen in Burkina Faso and Mali. So why are they so angry at the French? And why do they seem to love Russia? Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali are all former French colonies. France had previously put thousands of troops in the Sahel region at the request of African leaders to fight jihadist groups. But since the coup in Niger, anti-French sentiment has risen. The military junta accused France of creating instability and blamed them for the deteriorating security situation. France is
The question would be that with all the influence of France on the French colonies, has there been any remarkable improvement for these African countries? Realigning with, obviously, it's Russia. Well, it's a risk you're going to take. It might not pay off, but it's not like what you're currently doing is working.
Is also a point of resentment and means many people blame it for problems in West Africa. Now French troops have completely withdrawn.
Something has shifted fundamentally on the continent.
The United States has also been a target of hostility and has withdrawn its troops. A key US drone facility has closed. This is a big blow to its strategy in the Sahel, as Niger has been the center of US operations in West and North Africa since 2012.
Big question marks about the future of US military presence and what depth it will be in West Africa in the run-up to a US election. Because if Mr. Trump prevails, I think there'll be even less enthusiasm out of Washington to be involved in West Africa. West Africa will be predominantly seen by Washington as a European concern, and that the EU, plus the United Kingdom and other European countries, will need to step up to the plate.
While these military rulers have been cutting ties with the West, they've been getting closer to Russia.
But we are seeing a very aggressive re-engagement.
Рассматриваем Мали как одного из ключевых партнеров в регионе и разделяем вашу заинтересованность в выводе двусторонних отношений на качественно новый уровень.
It is basically protecting junta elites and then seeing what economic benefits they can derive from it.
So my question is it just protecting the junta elites, or it's coming in, see what they can get, and also see what value that they can actually put into it? Because I can argue that that's exactly what the West is going to do. They will protect the government to protect democracy or whatever it is. It's just the same thing played in a different version.
But it's not
however
only
you look
Russia.
at it.
I mean, we are seeing China, Turkey, Brazil, UAE. Those European countries are not very consistent in how they deal with the continent. And they realize the suspicion, the misunderstandings, the frustrations. That creates avenues for the Russians and the Chinese to now do what they are doing.
And West Africa is also playing a role in the Russia-Ukraine war. Mali and Niger have cut diplomatic ties with Ukraine. This was after a military official there made comments suggesting Kyiv had played a role in the loss of dozens of Malian soldiers. They were killed along with mercenaries from Russia's Wagner group while fighting Tuareg separatists and Al-Qaeda-linked militants. This footage was shared by users on Telegram, claiming to show the aftermath of the attack. A spokesperson for Mali's Tuareg rebels denied receiving any help from Ukraine. Ukraine says no evidence has been provided to show Kyiv played any role in the fighting.
There's now a competition. There's a new agency now enables African states to play the politics and to do the calculus as to who best serves their interests.
But these military generals aren't just turning to foreign forces. The leaders of Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso have said that they will join forces to fight the growing threat of jihadist insurgents. These are violent groups connected to Al-Qaeda and ISIS.
So if you look at the pattern of global terrorism, then the epicenter in the world is the Sahel now, if you exclude what's going on in Gaza with Hamas. These weakened, contested zones that we're seeing in West Africa, where radical Islamist groups are flourishing, is a potential threat for Europe, and contagion of ideas, but also of radicalized individuals through migration routes.
The crux of West Africa's strategic importance to the global community lies in the resources and minerals it can provide.
West Africa now produces more gold and exports more gold than South Africa, for example. It's a really important gold producing region. Niger is a major producer of uranium. Even for London, Burkina Faso and Mali are important in terms of companies that are listed on the London Stock Exchange that produce gold.
The military takeovers in West Africa may have been seen as the latest chaotic development in a famously unstable region. But it's become clear that these coups...
So I guess Mali for their gold, Burkina Faso for the gold, and then Niger for its uranium that we're talking about. Somebody got to actually offer security to get those. Oh, wow.